How do I accept that she will never contact me again so I can move on with my life?
Well, if you've tried everything you can, if you've tried to get your ex back and she's not interested or she's only interested in friendship and you're in no contact, or maybe, you screwed up and chased her out of your life and then she got serious with some other dude, or maybe she went back to her ex, then you, as a man, you always should be trying to evolve to the next level, to grow, to become better. If you're studying my work, obviously you should be trying to read the book, become better at applying it. Because on the off chance of maybe 1% out of 100 or whatever, 20% chance, or depending on your situation, what the chance is that she might come back. If she comes back in weeks or months or maybe a year or two or whatever, what you want her to find is a more confident, calmer, more masculine version of you that is better, that's got better game, and that can handle the situations better that you used to fuck up previously. So when she comes back, she finds a changed man, an improved man, a more attractive man, a man who's more fun, who's more playful, who doesn't let shit get under his skin. If you were acting needy and neurotic, you're calm and relaxed and indifferent. And so if she comes back, if because repetition's the mother of skill. If you practice what's in the book with other women over that period of time that she was gone, you may meet somebody new. Especially if it's only a matter of weeks that she disappears, it's possible you meet somebody new that you like more, you're more into than her, and then when she comes back, you might not want her back. Or just having another possibility, like we were talking about yesterday, like when I was on a date with this girl I had screwed up with 3 years prior, and there was another girl I was dating, but it was kind of in limbo because I had made too many mistakes. But this girl comes back into my life 3 years later, and we hang out, we have fun, and then as we're leaving to go back to my place, we run into her boss
Mhm.
and she's out with her husband, and she's just got this shit-eating grin on her face, like looking at me and looking at her, and you could just tell the wheels are turning, and she cannot wait till morning when she sees the other girl, so she can go, guess who I saw last night, or guess who we ran into. And I'm on my way to the office, and it was like 9:45 in the morning, whatever it was, and she calls me right at the time that she gets into the office, like normal, to basically where she couldn't find time in her schedule to go on a date with me just a few days before. Now she's telling me that, hey, before I get serious with anybody, make sure I consider all my possibilities and my options out there. In other words, being her.
Mhm.
And because she didn't give a shit, and all of a sudden she hears that I'm out with this really hot other girl, and her attitude completely changed. And because I was continuously trying to get better and trying to learn more and become more attractive, because what was in the back of my mind was like, maybe I screwed the pooch. I fucked up one too many times. I've done too many unattractive things, and she's never going to come back. And so I was acting from that place, but running into that girl again, who at one point that I was totally in love with just 3 years before. And then now when I run into her, I'm completely over it. And, there's no charge on it, no negative emotional charge, you know. But the one thing I did remember is like I just kept every time I looked at her, I was just like, man, I forgot how beautiful she was. Because seeing her again in person after 3 years and totally getting over the pain and the heartbreak of fucking it up before, and then it's like I'm a completely different dude in front of her, and it had a completely different effect on her.
Mhm.
Because I could take it or leave it, and I had a completely different vibe than the last time we had hung out, and so that's what you want to happen, is that you're preparing yourself for any eventuality. You're preparing yourself for the possibility that she comes back and finds a better, more attractive version of you, and you don't talk her and text her and chase her out of liking you. Or when she does come back, the satisfaction is, hey, you found somebody better, hotter, more fun, easier going, easier to get along with, who shares more of the same goals or values, that kind of thing. Especially like one of the video newsletters I was doing this morning. This guy was dating this girl. It was kind of like they broke up, but they were still kind of friends with benefits, and it kind of seemed like he was thinking maybe at some point they'd get together. And then she proceeds to say, you're about to get really mad at me very soon. And she wouldn't tell him why. And then they hooked up, and that was like her goodbye hookup.
No.
Oof.
And then next thing he sees is like literally a couple days later on Facebook, she's Facebook official with this other guy. And then it gets better. But wait, there's more. And so he finds out that she's literally moving up the street from him with her new boyfriend.
But
So he walks out of his house just feeling sick to his stomach because of the rejection and the fact that not only did she get serious with somebody else just like 4 days after they had sex which looks like it's going to be the last time, but now she's living up the street with the dude in the same house, and he has to watch them drive down the fucking street together or see her in the car, and his stomach just sinks every time he would see that. And but
Sweet
8
revenge.
months later, he meets this other girl who is everything on his list. It's night and day different because he did the work on himself.
There it is.
And so now when he watches this chick roll by, he's like, he saw her drive by the other day. He's like, it had no effect on him. He was totally indifferent to it.
Good.
He just had peace in his heart because he replaced her with somebody better. Whereas 7-8 months before, every time he's like, it would fuck me up for days and sometimes weeks when I would see her drive by. Because again, she's living at the end of the street, and she's going home and fucking this other guy.